answer this question right now, and I'm going to say it again. No. Alright? I will let you touch them afterwards. But when it comes to holding the snakes, we only have one snake that you guys can hold. It's safer for you, it's safer for the snake, and we are allowed to let you do that. This is not a snake that is safe enough to hold unless you know kind of what you're doing. Alright? But we get these animals, guys, very regularly from people that have had them as pets. Now, when it comes to reptiles, I need to ask you a very important question.
That's a big snake.
Do all reptiles make good pets? No. Alright? Are there some that do? Yes. They're just like cats. There's the cats you keep in your house, and then there's tigers and lions that you don't keep in your house. Okay? When it comes to reptiles, there are small snakes, small lizards, and turtles, and tortoises that make excellent pets, especially for kids. But guys, giant snakes, giant lizards, alligators, crocodiles, venomous animals, definitely not something you want to keep in your house. Boa constrictors, guys, this here, again, one of the most popular pet snakes in the world. Very, very common animal when it comes to people want to keep as snakes. But when it comes to boa constrictors, put up your hand very quickly if you know exactly what a boa, if you've heard of the boa constrictor before. Alright? They're a very famous snake. However, please be honest here. Put up your hand again if you pictured your boa constrictor to be a bigger snake than this. Alright? Lots of people, when people think boa constrictor, they think of these giant snakes. These like 20, 30 foot long snakes. They're from South America that kill people and stuff like that, alright? Boa constrictors have a little bit of a bad reputation, alright? First off, this boa constrictor is pretty much full grown. It is not going to get really any bigger than this. It could, but a lot of the time when it comes to snakes, they have their size, they kind of slow down at, and they don't really get too much bigger. However, there are other boa constrictors that do get larger. There's boa constrictors, the largest ones can be up to 14 feet long, which is a very large snake. This particular one is about 7 feet long right now, and they average around 7'8", so it is very close to its full size. But still, is this a snake you should keep it as a pet? No, it is extremely strong. It is a very large snake, and just so you guys understand, this snake could very easily kill a person if it wanted to. Alright? And what I mean by that is when it comes to snakes, there are 3 ways that snakes kill their food. How do snakes kill their food? What do? There's the ones that wrap around their food. They squeeze it. Those are constrictors. That is what we're talking about. All 5 of the snakes you're going to see today are in fact constrictors, snakes that squeeze. But then there's also the venomous snakes. There's overpowering snakes. Those 2 snakes, they kill their foods in different ways. But when it comes to constrictors, yes, if this guy bites you, it's going to hurt. Are you going to die from it? No. But if he decides to squeeze you, yes, he can very easily kill a person. However, when it comes to constriction, the reason why snakes squeeze, there's only one reason they do it, and I'm not going to tell you what that is now. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on, alright? However, with boa constrictors, the last thing I need to talk to you guys about, very quickly, put up your hand if you've ever heard of a person being killed by a snake. Through constrictor. I mean, like rattlesnake, stuff like that. I mean, who's ever heard, put up your hand, on the news, newspaper, doesn't matter how you've heard of it, of a snake being swept, being constricted, and killed by a giant snake. Alright? It does happen. Every once in a while, someone is constricted and killed by a snake. By one of the largest snakes in the world. However, every time it happens, boa constrictors are the first snake to get blamed for it. Why? We don't need the food yet. That's later on in the show. Alright? When it comes to snakes, guys, these are the first snakes to get blamed for constricting and killing people. And the reason for it is because they have constrictor right in their name. However, boa constrictors have never killed a person. This snake here, guys, all other boa constrictors have never once grabbed a person, constricted them, and killed them. The snake most responsible for killing more people through constriction than all the rest is the 4th largest species of type of snake in the world. It's called a Burmese python. And the reason why they're responsible more often than other snakes is because they are the most popular giant snake kept as a pet. They're the snakes out of all the large snakes in the world that are kept in people's homes more often than all the rest. So therefore they have the more opportunity to do it and constrict and kill people. We're going to talk about why they do it later. The next snake we're going to take out, just so you guys understand, is a snake. Again, you guys are probably going to know what it is, not by looking at it, but you have heard of this snake. It is a snake that if we did not bring to a Giant Snakes of the World show, the show would not be complete. It'd be missing something. It'd be missing this particular snake. What snake am I talking about? Cobra. You guys are horrible audience.
Python!
Not a python. Anaconda.
Do they have an anaconda here?
This here, guys, is a yellow anaconda. There is, in fact, 4 different kinds of anacondas in the world. 3 of them are, in fact, yellow anacondas. This particular one right now is about 8-9 feet long if you were to stretch her out. Full-grown female yellow anacondas. Girls are bigger than the boys. Female yellow anacondas can get 10 to 12 feet long. That is a very large snake. Okay? When it comes to boas and pythons, anacondas are a type of boa. Okay? When it comes to boas and pythons, the girls are always bigger. Not by just a few feet. Sometimes it is. By a foot, by 2 feet, doesn't matter. But with yellow anacondas, girls are twice the size of the boys. Males average between 5 and 6 feet, and again, the girls can get all the way up to 12 feet long. That is twice the size of their boy counterparts. Now, when it comes to yellow anacondas, again, yellow anacondas, they are true anacondas. But put up your hand if when you think anaconda, that you're thinking of this yellow anaconda. You're not. I can pretty much guarantee that if you hear the word anaconda, what you're thinking of is the green anaconda, the larger cousin of the yellow anaconda. It's the anaconda that they made those movies about, that you see on TV, you see it on the internet, things like that. That is the green anaconda. It is the largest piece of anaconda in the world, and it is the second largest snake in the world, not the first. Green anacondas are not the largest snakes in the world. Put up your hand if you thought it was. Horrible.
What is the largest snake in the world?
Yeah, that's that. You think it's proof people wrong. Does anyone know what the largest snake in the world is? It is a type of python. Alright, anyone know specific what type of python? We're not going to worry about it. We're going to continue. Alright, green anacondas. Second largest snake in the world, however, the reason they're the second largest snake in the world is not because of all green anacondas. It is because of one specific green anaconda. The regular size of a green anaconda is 16 to 20 feet long. That puts them around 300 pounds. That is a very large snake. However, there is one anaconda that was found in the late 60s that was 27 feet long and weighed 550 pounds. It was a massive snake, and because of that one green anaconda, they are still considered to be the second largest snake in the world. All 4 of the other large snakes of the world all get 20 feet or longer. But again, the reason the anaconda is in the second spot is because of that one anaconda. We cannot say all anacondas get 27 feet long because they don't. They average 20 feet, that's it. If we said they all got 27 feet long because that one anaconda was 27 feet long, it'd be the same as saying that people regularly reach 7-8 feet because Shaquille O'Neal is 7-8 feet. Okay? It's not the same thing. There's the size of animals that they normally get, and then there's the freaks of nature that get much larger. Okay? When it comes to anacondas, guys, they're in the second spot, not the largest. The next snake we're going to take out is the true giant snake of the world. It is, in fact, the largest type of snake in the world. They're a snake from Indonesia. They are, in fact, a type of python. Oh, hold on, the anaconda was killing Lindsay. Hold on. Snake difficulties. She'll do that. Alright. Speaking of snakes, guys, this next snake, as you're going to notice, is a little bit bigger than the last one. All right, it is not full grown. It is only about